Hello everyone, welcome to Maths Words, the School of Maths, Craft and Trickstery as we call it. I am the Dumbledore equivalent of these classes, and I do the magic of making students fall in love with maths using my Elder Wand, which you can see over here. A bit about myself before we go ahead and dig deep into today's session. We have a very interesting session lined in front of us. We are going to talk today about what should be our strategy for the next 8 months of CAT preparation, and how should we be planning our studies. What is the syllabus of CAT if you're just about starting? How should you go about it, and so on and so forth. So that's everything which is on the agenda for today's class. And just before that, a bit about myself. So I'm Ajinkya. I've written CAT a few times, scoring above 99 percentile. I've also written CT with a 99.5 plus. Been there, done that. In the last couple of years, I've taught and trained more than 50,000 students. 50,000 students from a lot of engineering and B schools of our country, but also a lot of other graduation schools, for helping them to get into some of their dream colleges and their dream companies. So that is what I've done. I'm extremely passionate about education. I'm extremely passionate about teaching, which is the reason why I teach on Unacademy. I'm one of the top educators on Unacademy for their CAT category. Now, jumping on, are you excited for the session ahead? Yes, buddy, yeah. We have some really nice things to look into for as a part of this class today over here. Just before we dig deep straight into the strategy wala part, what is CAT? CAT is our biggest entrance examination for MBA, right? It is the exam with which you get into IITs, IIMs, and a lot of other top colleges like MDI, SP, Chain. From all of these colleges admit you into their top management programs from using the CAT score. So that is what CAT is. Now, CAT is generally held in one of the last Sundays of November. It's generally the last Sunday. So it's going to be 28th of November this year. It's very much expected that 28th of November is going to be the date. So that also means that we have about 8 months left for CAT very properly. So 8 months of CAT preparation is left from this point on, and I believe 8 months is kind of the very nice, it's a very good time to go ahead and prepare for CAT examination. It's not too less, it's not too much. And if you start right now, you are probably going to sail through in a very nice manner for your CAT preparation. Now, how is CAT conducted? CAT has always been conducted, for the last couple of years, it has been conducted in 2 slots of 3-hour examinations, consisting of 3 sections of 1 hour each: VRC, LRD, and Quant. Now, VRC 1 hour, VRC work has RCs and parasummaries and so on and so forth. 1 hour of LRDI has LR sets, caselets, DI sets, and the Quant has all of the basic pre-trigonometry wala mathematics. It's not very difficult, but it's not also very straightforward. Quant is probably one of the lengthier sections. Now, having said that, all of these sections are of 1 hour each. Last year there was a bit of change which made the exam to be 120 minutes, 76 questions. Every time it is 180 minutes, 100 questions. Now, there is a very strong speculation that the CAT examination is going to go back to its 3-hour wala format, but we do not know as of yet. So as we are going to wait and watch, I think it's wise to go ahead and start with our preparation. Now, out of the 100 questions, 300 marks wala paper, if you score about a 50% of the marks, which is around 150, you already land up into the 97, 98, 99th percentile. If the paper is easy, so the 99th percentile reaches 60% mark, which is about 180 marks out of 300. If the paper is difficult, you can score a 99th percentile even on a 50% of mark. So that is what we have seen in the last couple of years with CAT, and that is the reason why I a lot of times ask this question, that do you think CAT examination is difficult? And I believe that CAT exam is not difficult. However, it's made up in a way that it becomes very, very straining. You see, you do VRC wherein you kind of get trained out by reading a lot of long RCs. Post that, you move on to the logical reasoning data interpretation section, wherein you have a lot of calculations to do in DI, a lot of logic to put in LR. Sometimes it can be very frustrating. Then comes in the quant section, which is probably the most lengthiest section, and also it is it's not very difficult as a section, but it is so lengthy that you tend to, after going through so much in the CAT exam, you tend to kind of become you kind of make silly mistakes into this section. So it becomes very important that you are very much awake and very much active into the entire 3 hours of your CAT examination when you are going to go ahead and write it. But having said that, that's a bit about the CAT exam, right? How should you be going forward? It's 8 months to the CAT. So the basic outline for the preparation for this examination is something like this: understanding and building the concept, practicing a lot of questions, and taking mock examinations. If you do that, you are almost done and dusted with the entirety, with the entire CAT 2021 preparation. But here is the syllabus which you get as a part of this exam. For example, in VRC, the major part is reading comprehension. You have other questions of parasymbols and parasummaries and so on and so forth. However, the major part is reading comprehension. So you have to be a very avid reader if you want to crack CAT in this year. Not just that, the logical reasoning and data interpretation, it has a preset, some of the preset type of questions which come into this section. Now, there can also be a lot of miscellaneous questions which keep on appearing into this section. However, there are some sets which are pretty straightforward into this, and if you pick up one by one each of these topics and master it, then you are going to do very well as a part of your LRDI. And then quantitative aptitude mein you have this vast syllabus. If split properly, it can count up to 25 or 30 subparts of each of the topic, and that is the whole challenge with QA preparation. A lot of times a lot of us are not very good with maths 1, but even if we kind of are okayish with maths, we have to keep in mind so much so syllabus that it becomes very, very challenging for us to do that. So what I'm going to ask you to do for the next 8 odd months, and just before that, before you start, or maybe just as you start, make a list of make a list which has 3 columns. In the first column, fill in the topics you don't know at all. For example, some of you guys might know PNC at all. Some of you guys might not know probability at all. So write it down in the topics you don't know at all. Then in the topics you have a fair bit of idea about, write the topics which you have solved a few of the questions, you kind of know what it is, you have some concepts built up, or you have some kind of notes made up for that topic. You can shift it to the second column, and then shift it to the third column, the topics which you are extremely good at. So for example, if you feel that time and work you can solve very, very, very easily, then put it into the third column. Now your motto, of course, is to kind of pick up one topic, move it from you don't know at all to know a bit about, and then move it from know a bit about to you're good at. And how are you going to do this? You are going to do this in this particular manner. You're going to understand the concepts of a particular topic, then you're going to solve a few hundred questions of that particular topic. As you go ahead and do that, you're going to keep on making notes, and at the end you're going to start solving the topics together. So that is how the phases of your preparation are going to be. The first phase is to get your concepts in place. The second phase is to practice. The third phase is to write a lot of mocks. Why mocks? Because mock tests prepare you for the CAT examination in the truest form possible. So for that reason, it becomes very important for you to write mocks, and also you will realize that when you are writing a mock, it feels like 1 hour in the mock is like 7 years on earth. Like the time literally it would either fly away or it would just not budge. So for that reason, writing a lot of mocks is very, very important. So when you write a lot of mocks, I would generally recommend you start with sectional tests. Once you've started with sectional tests, start by attempting some full length mocks. Once you are attempting full length mocks, your first priority should be to build a habit of staying at the top of your game for 3 odd hours. और उसके बाद में जो भी आपके mocks हो गए हैं, you have to go ahead and analyze them and take action upon them. So that is how your preparation from this point on should look like. And if at all you at some point you feel like giving up, you should remember that mock scores don't matter at all. There's only one mock score which is going to matter. That is going to be the actual CAT examination. So if you write a lot of mocks before that exam, then you are in a very good position of already clearing this exam. Having said that, we are in the April month now. March month is almost done, and from the April month we have 8 months left: April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, if we also count in November as a month. Now I would generally say कि target करो कि first 5 months you are able to finish up the entire syllabus, because this is a good time to start. So first 5 months you are able to finish the entire syllabus up. So maybe by August you are able to finish the entire syllabus up. As you finish the entire syllabus up by August, you should have the last 3 months left out for yourself for a lot of revision and for a lot of mock tests. So you're starting right now. Put yourself a target of finishing the syllabus by August, and then go ahead and start attempting mocks on a very, 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 very regular basis. Now here are some of the sources which are good sources for your preparation, but these are not the only sources for your CAT 2021 preparation. You can find a lot of other sources also, and one of the ways in which you can prepare for the CAT examination is enrolling for a batch on Unacademy, which is starting from the 1st of April right now. Now, I myself would be teaching as a part of this batch. I myself would be teaching the algebra as a topic. This is the complete weekday late night batch. I'll just very quickly show the batch to you. Yeah, so this is the batch which is about to start on the 1st of April. It will be taught by me, Lokesh Sharma sir, who's going to take care, and then we are also going to have along with us Jyoti Banik sir. Right, so all three of us are going to take care of your CAT 2021 preparation, and this is a late night weekday batch, and it's basically going to have lectures starting from 8 p.m. every day. So I would be starting from 2nd of April. I would be starting with the topic of introduction to algebra, and we would also be having Lokesh sir starting with introduction to RCs on the 1st of April, which is tomorrow, and the Jyoti sir would be starting along with linear arrangements. Wala, you would be taking care of LR into this batch again starting from 2nd of April. So that is how the course is entirely structured up. As a part of this course, you are going to have the entire syllabus of your CAT prepared up, and you will have a lot of top educators from within the CAT category who are going to come up, and they are going to cover a lot of different topics, different subjects into this batch. So if you are enrolling for this batch, you can rest assured that your CAT ka preparation is going to get a very good, nice, big boost, and that you are going to kind of set yourself in the right track for your CAT preparation. Now, having said that, Unacademy is also offering the iconic CAT 2021 preparation right now, which allows you to have a personal mentor. It allows you to have test analysis report, and a lot of OMET preparation is also included as a part of this. And here are some of the results of the students who studied with Unacademy last year. So if you also want to get into this 99+ percentile gang, and if you also want to get into one of the top B schools of the country, I think Unacademy Plus subscription is a great subscription which you can go ahead and consider. Now, as I already mentioned, these are some of the batches which are launching. So 1st April Kohi, we also have the VRC Expert 2.0 batch which will be launched by Vilasha Swaroop ma'am, Shabana ma'am and Karishma ma'am, and we also have the Champion batch 2.0 which will be launched along with Lokesh Sharma sir, Suneet Kumbhat sir and Udit Saini sir. So that is something which you can enroll for right now, and that is something which will help you to go ahead and crack your CAT examination very properly. So don't forget to enroll yourself. There will be a link to the class, link to the course just below this video, and you can go ahead and enroll for this course or any of these courses on Unacademy, and you can start giving your CAT preparation a big plus boost. So on that note, I wish you all the very best for your CAT preparation, and keep on pushing forward. If you have any difficulties, I am available on Unacademy for your queries, for your messages. I would love to see them on Unacademy. Till that time, wish you all the very best.